Welcome back in my English class once again, and thank you very much for watching my videos, voice part 1, voice part 2, and now voice part 3. This is a very important topic, and today I will teach you voice in advanced level, that is, of course, voice part 3. Well, first, cognate object. Dear student, do you have an idea about cognate object? I think not. Well, let's see some tricks. See here, ran, and here race. Race is subject, and ran here is verb. Actually, race comes from verb ran. Run. On the other hand, race here is ran. Ran come from the object race, and both the letter of the word will be same, R and R. So it's identified as the cognate object. Well, I'm not going to the theoretical explanation of it, so I am just pointing out the identification of the cognate objects. So when we will get cognate object, he ran a race, then we have to take a race was run by him. At the same way, he fought a good fight. A good fight was fought by him. Well, another example, he lived a pure life. My dear students, see the same word live and life. Live comes from life. Life comes from live. The same letter of the words. So in passive, it will be a pure life was lived by him. I think you understand. It doesn't make any difference with other rules and regulation of voices, but it's cognate object. That's why I show it in different way. Let's go to the complex sentences. When we will find complex sentences to change from active voice to passive voice, we need to be cautious whether it is complex sentence, because when we will get two clauses, we have to use it in that way. Suppose here we see here, we understand that he did the work. We understand it's a clause. He did the work. It's a clause. So we have to change it into passive voice. In what way, the students see? We have to change it into, we understand we have to make it passive in this portion, and another portion, he did the work, we have to change. So it will be, it is understood by us. See, dear student, we understood, we understand. Here is no object, but we have to take it as object. So here in the passive voice, it will be, it is understood by us that, and he did the work, another clause. So we have to make it passive, like the work was done by him. One more thing, my dear student, whenever you will do such type of sentence, you can change the passive voice in another way, like that he did the work is understood by us. Simply you can do this. Well, in the next sentence, what is happening here, let's see, let's check. Active voice, everybody says that they know it. So what will be? It is said that it is known to them. It is said for everybody says. On the other hand, it is known to them, for they know it. I think you understand. Here, changing purse is changing. I have to add here it and here too. You know, by is not used after known. Another example, active. We must endure what we cannot cure. What cannot be cured must be endured. So we are going another rules like quasi-passive. I think you have idea. Quasi means half active and half passive. Actually, see the example. It basically with complement or without complement. Let's see. This part is with complement. This part is without complement. Well, active voice. The rose smells sweet. The sentence looks active voice, but what does it mean? Think about the students. The rose smells sweet. Rose never and ever can smell of its sweet. Can ever? No, never. So, it means it is passive, but it looks active. That's why it's called quasi-passive. Let's go for passive. Here, the rose is sweet when it is smelled. We have to use here when it is, the extra words. On the other hand, we can make it easy, like the rose is smelled sweet. My dear student, hope you are understanding the point. Rice sells cheap. So in passive, it will be rice is cheap when it is sold. Rice is sold cheap. So both way you can do this. My dear student, I'm going very slowly as because you easily can understand. If I go fast, then there will be a problem. There can be a problem for your understanding. Let's go without complement. Like the house is building. The house is being built. It's simply continuous form. And without complement. The book is printing. It will be the book is being printed. As for continuous, it will be added by being. The cows are milking. So it will be the cows. My dear students, sometimes by is not used before the object in the passive voice. It can be used at, with, in, or many other words are used in instead of by. Let's go for it. Active. I know him. It will be he is known to me, not by me. His conduct surprised me. So it will be I was surprised at his conduct. Light filled the room. It will be the room was filled with light, not filled by light. The student, he dispensed with my services. My services were dispensed with him. Newspaper contains daily newspaper. Newspaper contains daily news. So it will be daily news is contained in newspaper. I hope you understand. I'm repeating the words known to, surprised at, filled with, dispensed with, contained in. Go to the next. Reflexive object. Reflexive object. The woman fanned herself. It has extra power, in active, from active voice to passive voice. How? Because subject and object doesn't interact changed. the woman found herself. The woman takes place in the woman. Herself takes place in herself. No change. Only the tense changes here. Found. Just see found. So for found, it is was found. The woman found herself. In passive, the woman was found by herself. And another example, he heard himself. It's past indefinite tense, so it will be he was heard by himself. I think you understand better. If any active voice there are it is or it was, then infinitive to is used after it. Infinitive verb should be made passive and should is used after the changed subject. Well, let's see the example. Active voice. It is time to take decision. It is time that decision should be taken. On the other hand, or another example, it is time to do mathematics. So it will be, it is time that mathematics should be done. I hope, my dear students, you are listening and watching the video very carefully. So now go to the next rules, like factitive object. Well, we made him captain. Passive, he was made captain by us. Actually, in this sentence, we get double object. That's why it's called factitive object. Direct object and indirect object. We are not bothered about this sort of things. As I mentioned, the factitive verbs here: elect, appoint, make, assign, name, select, judge. These are all about. We made him captain. Passive, he was made captain by us. Not captain was made him by us. Active, people elected him MP. Passive, he was elected MP by people. My dear student, I think you understand factitive object, how well we have to change from active voice to passive voice for factitive object. I have given here 10 sentences to change the voice from active voice to passive voice for your home practice. You will practice more and more, and you will learn more. And if you make mistakes, don't worry about this. You should know that man can certainly learn through mistakes. Thank you. No more today. I hope you are watching and listening my all videos, and keep in touch with me. Subscribe my channel because of getting more videos and update with me. After that, bye-bye. Thank you.